Not really, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose you are going to write a research thesis, right, in your final year, and you have to find a research question, right? And based upon that, you have to do the analysis. Okay. So I will just write it down here. What is bibliometric analysis, right? Bibliometric analysis. So bibliometric analysis, from the term we can say it means biblio means book, right? And metric means measurement. So what do you think bibliometric analysis means? Measurement of the book, right? But it doesn't make sense, right? So it is about doing an analysis of the entire research domain in your area, right? Suppose suppose I would like to know what is the research that has been done in the area of COVID-19. What you will do in general? What you will do? Suppose you would like to know what is the research that has been done area of COVID-19. What you will do, Shiva?
I would go on Google and search for
Yeah.
recent researches pertaining to the area of COVID-19.
You will search and go to Google, right?
Usually, that's
Yeah.
what I would do.
Yeah. But that will take a lot of time, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And suppose you have got additional, you want to know who are the key authors, which are the key journals, who are the most cited authors, and which universities are doing research in this area, right? This area. And which authors are collaborating with each other. Each other. Can you see the screen that I'm typing?
Yes, ma'am.
Which authors are collaborating with each other. So if I want to know all this information and much more, there is a tool which is called or there's analysis which is called a bibliometric analysis, right? Now it becomes very easy with R, right? Because what it does is if you do it with R, what it does is it gives you a report itself. Not just the analysis, it gives you a report in a document. In a document, right? And that is mainly for people who know R programming. But suppose you don't know R programming. So R programming has got a graphical user interface application which is called BiblioShiny, and we are going to discuss how exactly we are going to see BiblioShiny. And once we are done with the workshop, after the workshop, you are going to do it for your interest area, right? What is your interest area, Dr. Shiva? What is the area that is of your interest?
Ma'am, right now, health informatics.
Okay, health informatics, right? It's huge. Which problem in health informatics really interests you most?
Ma'am, how we could actually bring this to our sector, to a public health sector in case of
Okay.
India.
So you're talking about public health informatics. Let's go further. Within the public health informatics, what do you search look? What do you look for? Because public health is maternal health, nutrition, right? There are other areas also. So which are the area in which you are interested?
I haven't really made up my mind about a particular area so as of now.
So this will be your assignment after the workshop. So let's exactly do how exactly we can do bibliometric analysis for the spirituality literature, right? Bibliometric analysis or spirituality literature, okay, in
Okay.
health. Okay. Now what I have done is I have already downloaded a file, and first of all we will see how exactly we can download a data set, right? So what I will do is I will go to pubmed.com, go to PubMed website. So this is a PubMed website, right? All the journals related to PubMed, all the so it is a it has got more than 30 million citations for biomedical literature from Medline, Life Sciences Journal, and online books. Okay, so this is a one of the most important database in the biotechnology and health space. So if I want to look for spirituality, what I will do, I will go to the advanced search. Can you see my screen as and when I'm going to the advanced search?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I will go to something called mesh terms. Okay, so I will say mesh major topic, and here I will put, and I will say show index, and it shows 5206, and I add it here and I search. So when I search, it gives me 154 results, right? Because I want to have all these 154 results. So I would like to save it. So I'll go to save, and I would like to save all the results, and I would like to save it in a PubMed format. Okay. And from here, I will click here, create a file. I will repeat. I will click save. In the selection, by default, it is all results on this page. I will select all results, and the format is PubMed. So instead of summary, I will use PubMed, and here I will click create a file. So once you create a file, what will happen is it will get downloaded automatically in your terminal. Can you see this PubMed has automatically downloaded? Can you see this file?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you will do, it will also happen for your own research topic. So now how I'm going to do the analysis. To do the analysis, I'm going to create a very, very short script. Our script is a 3-line script, and it is same for every search query, right? So first of all, what I will do is I will install a package. When I say install a package, it is a set of functions, right? What it will do is it will download this particular package and install it in the R environment. So the package name is Bibliometrics. Okay? So package name is Bibliometrics. What it will do is it will download and install Bibliometrics package. Okay? Suppose I would like to access the package. I want to activate the functions of this package, or okay, I want to activate the package. When I say activate the package, I want to access the functions of this package. There's a function called library function. I will type, and within this library function, what I will write? Will write bibliometrics. Okay, and I will execute it. For executing, what I will do, I'll press Control Enter. So here also I will press Control Enter. What will happen? It will automatically install this particular package. Once the package is installed, I will activate the package. So the syntax is install dot packages, and the package name is Bibliometrics. This will download and install the Bibliometrics package, and I want to activate the package. So I will use the function library, and within this I will say library Bibliometrics, and it will activate this particular package. Now if I want to access the BiblioShiny GUI, what I will do is I will write Biblio Shiny, and I will press Control Enter. So what will happen is it will execute my Biblio Shiny application. So I have already written this code. So I will execute this, and it will run the web-based app packages in my browser. So a new window will open, and this will be executed. So this will be the window that will appear first. Okay. Now, the first step that I will do is I will put the citation from this particular package in my paper. It is very, very important that you read this particular paper, Bibliometrics, an R tool for comprehensive science mapping analysis, right? And whenever you are using this particular package for your research paper, It is very important to code this particular package. Now, next thing that what I will do is I will load the files. So I will import a raw file. So here I will select import raw file. Now you can get this data from different databases like Web of Science, Coopers, Dimensions, PubMed, Cochrane Library. In this case, since I have used PubMed, I will select PubMed. So I will repeat, first of all, I will select the import raw files. Then I will select the PubMed database. And then I will select the file format to be PubMed text format. And then I will select the file that has been downloaded in my PC just now. So it was already there in my PC. So what I will do is I will use this particular file and I will click start. Okay. Now, once I click start, this file will be loaded into my application. And here it will give me list of all the records that are present in my file. So these are the documents that are there. Suppose I would like to see what exactly are the number of records and from what period to what period this has been selected. So what I will do, I'll go here data set and here I will click main information. So it says that this document has got data about articles from 2001 to 2017. It has 23 documents and 9.55 years from publication on an average, right? And these are the keywords. And it will give the annual scientific production also. So when I will look at this particular curve, here I can see that how the articles have been published over a period of time. So we can say that number of articles that were published in 2009 were about 5. Similarly, the number of articles that were published in year 2014 were about 6. So we can say the peaks and troughs in this particular annual scientific production. And if I want to see the average citation per year, I can go to this table and here I can see the number of citable years. Okay. And this is very interesting, the three fields plot. Now, suppose I want to see the countries and here I will select affiliations. So what I have selected three things. One, I have selected authors. The second, I have selected the countries. And third, I have selected the affiliations. When I say affiliations, to which university or the research group they belong to. And here I will reduce the number of items to, let's say, 7 each. So I can select any number. I'm selecting 7 here and I will reduce it to 7 and I will click apply. So when I will click apply, it gives me a three fields plot. Now my middle field was author. So we can say that they're the author names that are mentioned here, right? These are the author names. And my left field was country. So we can see that USA and Iceland has the maximum number of papers in this era. And here we have got on the right hand side, we have affiliations. So we can see that the National University Hospital has got the maximum number of authors associated with it. Similarly, University of Iceland. And this is the author. The Vivat is the person who is probably is most connected to both the universities and the
The countries.
country, right? So this is a wonderful plot. Again, you can have multiple permutations and combinations in this. You can check by yourself, but this is a wonderful plot which gives a good insight that you would not have got by just by the Google search. Okay. Now let's go to the most relevant sources. So here I would like to click number of sources to 5. When I say sources, it means the journal names. So I will say I just want the top 5 journals and I click apply. So here I get it. These are the top 5 journals in this particular area. So Journal of Religion and Health, European Journal of Cancer Care, Journal of Holistic Nursing. So if I'm publishing my paper, I will try to publish it in Journal of Religion and Health because it is one of the most relevant journal in this particular area, followed by European Journal of Cancer Care. And there is a Bradford's law which will also tell about which are the number of which are the sources which are more important. So here we find that these are the two sources which are the most important. So if I'm looking for relevant articles in this area, I should definitely go to these journals and see what are the articles that has been published in this particular area. Similarly, if I want to see the impact of the sources, so I will again reduce it to, let's say, 3. And when I apply here, so here it gives me the impact. So it is almost the same because we have got lesser number of journals in this area. So it gives me just two journals. Again, it gives the same information in the tabular format. Okay, so here we have got all the journals, and now if I want to see the source dynamics, that means how the journals have evolved over years. So, and I click apply. So what it gives me on the x-axis, it gives me the years, and on the y-axis, it gives me the annual occurrences. That means European Journal of Cancer Care is the one which is progressing very fast, and we have got Journal of Religion and Health, right? The Journal of Religion and Health I cannot see here, right? So probably a lot of people were publishing previously, but now if I want to uh, see the birding journal, then the European Journal of the Cancer Care is the one journal that I would like to focus on. So are you with me up till this point?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So what happens is, I will also show you one particular paper about how to write the paper, because these graphs are very pretty. But when you read a paper, you don't read the graphs, you read the text. So I will suggest both of you to actually read the paper and then see how you can apply this analysis in your paper, right? So this only gives the analysis. The writing has to be done by you. Okay. Now, if I want to see who are the most relevant authors, and I would again limit my search to 5. So number of authors is 5. So it gives me, okay, Johnstone is the author, which is the Vivat is the one. So these are the authors who are the most relevant authors. So if I am looking for a mentor or someone who can be my co-guide, so I would like to contact these people and asking them what are the research questions I should focus on, or if I can write a paper with you, or I would like to literature review of their paper so that I can contact them further. Now, similarly, if I want to see the author's production over time, again I will select the number of authors as 5, and when I click on apply, it gives me how these authors have written the articles over time. So on the x-axis we have got number of years, and on the y-axis we have got author. Now, if you see, if I want to decide whether I should contact Johnstone in Vivat, what I see is probably he was publishing till year 2012, and after that he has not published much. But if I'm talking about Vivat, he is a person who is publishing now. So most probably I will contact him rather than Johnston because he is not publishing now in this particular area. So this is a wonderful chart, gives me a author's production over time. Similarly, there is a Lotka's law, which is a frequency distribution of the scientific productivity. On the x-axis, we have got documents written, and on the y-axis, we have got a percentage of authors. So what it says is about 80% of the articles are written by a very few authors, and this is applicable for many other domains and not just this domain. This is a small data set, but even if you're talking about other domains, you will find a similar frequency distribution of scientific productivity, where a lesser number of authors are responsible for the larger number of articles. So similarly, if I want to see the author's local impact, I will again go here, and here I can see how exactly authors have impacted over the period of years. So here we can say, again, see the Johnstone and Vivat are the people who have got the maximum impact over years. Again, this is information is in the tabular form. Now here, if I want to see which are the most important universities or the research groups which are working in this particular area. I will use this particular graph. I will limit the number of affiliations to 5. And when I click apply, I get this particular graph where I can say that it's a Helen Dowling University, National University Hospital, University of Iceland, and Medical Oncology Academic Medical Center, which are doing a lot of research in this particular area. So if I'm looking for a postdoctoral research, or if I'm looking for applying to a PhD, probably I will apply to a PhD in these institutions if I'm interested in spirituality. So here you can also get the detailed names of in the tabular format, and you can copy this using either in a CSV or an Excel or a PDF or even print it. Okay, so similarly, if I want to see the corresponding author's country, I can go here and click apply. And here what we see is the author's country USA has got 11 documents, Germany has got 2, uh, Iceland is 1, and Netherlands is 1, and New Zealand is 1. So what we are seeing is the author's country has is 11, right? So this is with respect to the country of the author. And if I want to see which are the countries which have got the maximum scientific production over the year, so this gives me a map. So wherever there is dark, that means these people are doing a lot of research. Wherever it is nil, that means these people are not doing research. So here we can see that China is doing research, and the maximum is with respect to the USA. And here we have got Mexico, this is Chile, this is Australia, New Zealand. Here we have got Norway has got 1, Iceland has got 6, and again Spain has got 1 and Germany has got 2. Now, similarly, if I want to see the most cited countries, I would like to limit the number of countries by 5. And here I can see that the Germany, Iceland, Netherlands, New Zealand, and are followed by USA. These are the countries which are the most cited countries. And similarly, when I go to most globally cited documents at the document level, I would like to see just read top 5 documents if I'm going into this field. And when I click apply, it gives me these are the most cited documents. So this is the document I will be interested in reading, and this is the one. And if you see, the document is not by Vivant and Johnston. These documents are by some other authors. Let's see what are those. So here we can say that these are the, so here I can directly go and open these documents and see by DOI what exactly this document is about. So this is about ritualistic, theistic, and existential spirituality and initial psychometric qualities of the right measure of spirituality. So here we have got, DOI is also where I can see what are the document IDs and see the IDs from there itself. Similarly, if I want to see the most local cited references, now the difference between citations and references is very subtle. Suppose I have got a document A, right? So what is the difference between citation and references? Anyone? The difference between citation and references? Shiva? Dr. Shiva? Shiva? Dr. Nisha? What is the difference between number of citations and references? Okay, so what we will do is we will just try to explain the difference between the citations and the references. Suppose I have got document A, right? And I am citing so B, C, and D. It has got references, right? References at the end of the document. So it is R1, R2, R3 as the references. Now, there's another document B which has got references, and it has got A as the reference. So how many times A is cited here?
Once.
Once, right? Once. So A has once references. Similarly, so references and citations are reciprocal, right? So if I have got R1, R2, and R3 as references, right? They may not, they are cited by A. So I'm talking about references in this particular area. So if I want to see the references in this particular area, so this is the graph which talks gives me the references in the area. So when I click apply, so I will say I want to see the number of references in, let's say, 10 documents. So it's not giving this one due to some issues. So we will go to reference spectroscopy. So here I will. So if I want to see the most frequently used words that I should use in my document, then I will use this particular feature where I will like to see what are the most frequently used words: human, spirituality, female, male, middle aged, surveys and questionnaires, reproducibility of results. So these are the most frequently used words. Similarly, if I want to see the same information in the form of word cloud, and I would like to reduce the number of words to, let's say, 20 in order to be more legible. So when I say apply, so it gives me the word cloud of all the words that have been used in the 10 documents, in all the documents, and it gives me the 10 words only. So here I can increase or decrease the font size, and I can rotate also. So you can change the settings and see how exactly it looks. If I want to see the tree map also, I can use this. So it gives me a tree map. So it is a visual representation of the same data, but here I can say, okay, humans is the one which is used most by spirituality. And here at the end, I can say, okay, Christianity is used very less, and probably brain injuries. These are the terms which are used very less now. So similarly, you can explore these ones. Let's come to the conceptual structure. So if I want to see the co-occurrence network, that means which are the keywords which are occurring together. So I will use a co-occurrence network, and here I can see that these are the words which are occurring together. So I can so they are connected, right? So I will just try to use some other. So here I will reduce the number of words. So I will reduce from 50 to, let's say, 20 so that I can decipher them. And I'm reducing it to 30 and 13. And when I click apply, so we can say all these, how these words are connected to each other. So we can, spirituality is connected to all these keywords, right? And attitude to health is also connected to all this. So here, aged, 80 and over are connected to these keywords. So based upon this graph, I can see what are the co-occurrences, how these are connected to, how these words are connected to each other. Similarly, if I want to see how the themes have evolved over a period of years, right? So this thematic map gives me the centrality and the density, right? So here I can, when I say centrality, how this feature is connected to each other. So this, and density is how many times it appears in the network. So we can say that whichever has got high centrality and high density is the one which is very important. So we can see that religion and psychology is very important, and so that's how we will figure out the thematic map structure. Now, similarly, if I want to see the thematic evolution, how the themes have evolved over a period of time, so I will probably reduce the number of words to, let's say, 50, and just see how exactly the themes have evolved over a period of time. So we can see that previously there was no mention of neoplasms and psychology or therapy. Now there's a mention of psychology and therapy. Similarly, we can see that mind body relations and metaphysics was separate field from 2001 to 2010, but over a period of years, it has merged into this particular one field. So, how exactly? And similarly, we can say that there is one branch that is going from females to humans. Similarly, we can say that from the generic aged, it has evolved to a combination of this and this. So this gives you an overview of how the themes have evolved over a period of time. And here also it gives us a time slices. So you can see how it has how the times is sliced over a period of time. Now it also gives us the factorial analysis. So this is a wonderful map which gives us a factorial analysis. Uh, so this is a little difficult to read. I will try to increase the font size, the screen size. So here you can see that we have got two conceptual domains, right? Now the one conceptual domain is related to social support, ambulatory care, psychology, spinal cord injury, psychometric statistics, and the second dimension is more related to disability evaluation, nurse roles, reproducibility. So these are two different conceptual structures. And there's a third one which is related to sickness, geriatrics, and others. So these are the word conceptual map structures with respect to the word map. Similarly, it gives us a tree diagram or a topic dendrogram where we have the different tree structures. So this tree structure is very, it's not good. I cannot not decipher much from this particular tree structure. It also gives us which are the most contributing papers. So you can see that Johnston and Vivat, Blue, these are the most contributing papers. This also gives which are the most cited papers. So here you can get the most cited paper. So this is the one which is very important, and this co-occurrence network and thematic evaluations are very good features. And whenever you're writing a paper, you should these will help you how the themes have evolved. Now, similarly, if I want to see who are the authors uh, which are being co-cited, right? So then I will use this particular feature where I will get a co-citation network. So I will use authors and I will try to change the number of notes to 5, let's say 16, use this and apply. Sometimes the data file is not proper, and that's why some of the features even may not work in your uh, domain. So it has to do with the kind of data that is there in your file also. So it is not working. This particular thing is not working here. It should have worked. So let's talk about the histograph parameters. We'll come back to it again. So let's talk about the social structures. So if I see about the social structure, and if I want to see which are the authors which are collaborating, that means who are co-authors. So here I can see the structure. So if I see the structure here, very few people are collaborating. In fact, there are just nodes, and only these two authors and these two authors and these two authors are collaborating. Rest are not collaborating. So that's what we can see, and we can see that there's a scope of collaboration among different authors. So we can also see which are the institutions which are collaborating. So here we can see the institution. So there is no institution that is collaborating. Again, let's still talk about the countries. Again, there is no country which is collaborating. So if there are countries which are collaborating, the it will give you the similar graph as you got for the authors. So so here we got the graph for the authors. You will also get the similar graph for the. So that's how you will do your own analysis. And I will stop here. And if you have any questions, please ask. Dr. Shiva, Dr. Nisha.
No questions so far.
Okay, great. So what I will do is I will wait for you to do an analysis, and I will show you one more paper that is there. You can have a look at it. I will mail it to you. And once you go through it, we can have another session on how we can write a paper. It is very, very good if you're planning to write your own thesis, because many a times students write the thesis at the last moment. I don't know how to write. Bibliometric analysis based thesis can really help them. So I will end the session now. I thank you for your time and wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.